Christopher Lee Mung Soon, born the 23rd of July 1971, is a Malaysian Singapore-based actor, host and singer. Early life, Lee studied up to Form 5 in Sekolah Menengah Seri Kota, Air Lela, Malacca, Malaysia. He was an active student in school, serving as a prefect and representing his school in rugby competitions. He has an older sister and two younger brothers, the youngest being Frederick Lee Mung Chong, who is also an actor and model in Malaysia. Career: Lee joined TCS, later MediaCorp, on a contract in 1995 after emerging as first runner-up in the male category of the Star Search program in 1995. He worked as a model before becoming an actor. Lee first started acting in Chinese-language television dramas produced by Channel 8. Lee rose to prominence in his career after winning the Best Actor award at the Star Awards 1997 for his role as a Hanjian in the television drama The Price of Peace, set in Japanese-occupied Singapore during World War II. In 1998, he starred as Yang Guo in The Return of the Condor Heroes, an adaptation of Louis Cha's novel of the same title. He was voted in as Taiwan's most popular MediaCorp male artiste at the Star Awards 1998 for his performance. Since then, Lee has acted in many television series jointly produced by Singapore and other countries in the Asia-Pacific region, co-starring with actors from Hong Kong and Taiwan, such as Nadia Chan, Vincent Chow, Jimmy Lin and Jordan Chan. Apart from acting, Lee also recorded the theme songs of MediaCorp's television dramas. He released his first solo album in 1999 and another one in 2002. At the 2010 Star Awards, Lee was awarded the coveted All-Time Favorite Artiste Award with longtime colleague Mark Lee after being voted the top 10 favorite male artists for 10 years in a row. He became the first non-Singaporean artiste to win the award. More recently, Lee has also ventured into hosting and has hosted several travel and food programs. He was nominated for the Best Info Ed Show Host Award at the Star Awards 2012. Conviction: on the 8th of October 2006, Lee was involved in a hit-and-run road accident. He had allegedly knocked down a motorcyclist due to suspected drunk driving, causing the motorcyclist and his pillion rider to suffer superficial injuries on their faces and legs. He was arrested and released later on bail. Despite the incident, Lee managed to win a position among the top 10 male artists in the Star Awards 2006. In his acceptance speech, Lee said in Mandarin that he had been feeling terrible over the incident during the previous 2 months, and that he would be responsible for what he did. Speaking to reporters later, he mentioned that he had been unable to sleep at times, adding that he was very grateful to his fans for their support. On the 10th of May 2007, Lee was fined $4,500 and disqualified from driving for 3 years on charges of drunk driving and other traffic offenses, as well as being sentenced to a prison term of 4 weeks. Lee appealed against his jail sentence but withdrew his appeal later on the 28th of May. He began serving his sentence at Queenstown Remand Prison on the same day. On the 15th of June, the prosecution succeeded in appealing against Lee's 4-week jail sentence and the court decided to overturn an earlier sentence of a $3,000 fine for his drunk driving offense. Lee was sentenced to an additional 2 weeks in prison, making his total prison term 6 weeks long. On the 21st of June, the prosecution dropped the last of 5 charges against Lee for failing to stop after an accident, letting him off with a stern warning instead. Lee was released on the 25th of June, after receiving a reduction in his prison sentence due to good behavior. Due to his conviction, Lee was dropped from playing the lead role in the 2007 Channel 8 television series Metamorphosis. He was replaced by actor Thomas Ong. On the 12th of July 2007, the Immigration and Checkpoints Authority (ICA) completed its review on Lee's case and decided to allow him to retain his Singapore permanent resident status. However, Lee will be under close observation and the ICA would revoke its decision if Lee violates the law again. After the conviction, he made his comeback in the 2008 television drama Rhythm of Life. Personal life: after an 8-year courtship, Lee married singer-turned-actress Fan Wong, his co-star in several television series. On the 16th of May 2009, the wedding ceremony was held at Shangri-La Hotel Singapore, with many of Lee's colleagues from the entertainment industry, such as Jung Geping and Huang Biran, attending their wedding. The couple have a son Zed, who was born on August 2014. Filmography: film, television dramas, variety shows, discography, albums. Christopher Lee Story, 1999. Love, No Boundaries, 2002. Singles, achievements.